What's up everyone, Timothy here, aka FCFan21, bringing you the draft recap of my Slowbro Trick Room Season 3. Where's my logo? Damn it. Editor, come on, bring in my logo. There it is. We are gonna start this season off with my new team, especially for the STR this season, and after my big break, we will be continuing as the Howling Houndooms with this amazing self-made logo. I know, it's kind of fire, isn't it? But enough about the logo, let's talk about the STR. We were number 6 in the regular tier division, so basically a net dex format, as we've run the STR multiple times. This season we do run a low tier division, but I figured out that low tier isn't really my thing, so I decided to just go for the regular division. We were 6th in the league, and I can't believe my first pick got down all the way to me. We've got Qianpao as my first round pick, and yeah, Qianpao for 19 points. I think it's an absolute steal. Base 135 speed, base 120 attack with Swords of Ruin. Basically putting that up to 160 because Swords of Ruin lowers defense of the opponent by a quarter. So yeah, basically making my attacks a bit stronger. Not sure if my math is mathing correctly, but Qianpao will be known as Hunch this season. Only has the Sword of Ruin ability, like I said, which is pretty great. I wouldn't want to run another ability on it. A great physical attacker that can really sweep teams when you break them down far enough that even resist berries won't be helpful against this Pokemon. So a late game sweeper, to say the least. It has some niche other options, but yeah, we'll have to see if somewhere in the season we get to use those. Not really sure. As number 6 out of 16, I had to wait a couple of turns before it got back to me. 20 turns to be exact. Right? Let's hope my math is mathing correctly. And I picked up the best partner for Qianpao, because looking at his fighting weakness, his bug, his rock, his steel, and his fairy weakness, there's only one Pokemon that can really deal with all of those typings. They share a common weakness, but that's okay, because we got Aegislash as my second round pick, aka Cavern. Like I said, it deals with the fighting, rock, bug, steel and fairy weaknesses that Qianpao does have. Qianpao deals with the ghost and dark weaknesses that Aegislash has, because it resists both. And for 15 points, I got this amazing defensive Pokemon with 140 in both defenses, but once it's to use its stat change, it changes up. It changes its offensive to its defensive stats. So yeah, I have a Pokemon that is both offensively and defensively amazing, that synergizes very well with Qianpao, only leaving me with a fire weakness at this point. Oh, I've seen the second page doesn't have Cavern's name. Still called Cavern, by the way. The amazing part about Aegislash is, of course, besides that it has 140 attack and special attack, defense and special defense, that it can run multiple sets. It can be a autonomized sweeper, it can be a special breaker, it can be a physical breaker, it can be a more of a defensive set with Toxic and King Shield. Yeah, this thing can be a lot of things, depending on the matchup that it has. So Only having a 5, I brought in Mega Diancy, aka Melissa, my girlfriend, for 18 points. People say Mega Diancy is not a defensive Pokemon, and I somewhat disagree. Because with both 110 in defense and special defense, this thing can still take a punch as long as it's not a steel type move because 4 times weakness. But with 110 in its defenses, I think it can take ground, grass, and water type moves pretty decently, and fire type moves definitely decently. Gives me magic bounce, so I can any status moves that is used against me will be bounced back to my opponent. So any hazards, thunder waves, toxics, everything gets bounced back, which is pretty nice. This is my first hazard setter with both rocks and spikes. But Melissa is definitely amazing in its offensive capabilities with 110 speed, 160 attacking, both attack and special attack. Makes this thing another mixed threat to any opponent actually. So really looking forward to it, and yeah, great I can name a Pokemon after my girlfriend. So yeah. Next up, Arboliva. Arboliva is known as one of the best Terra captains in the format, and I was able to pick it up for 6 points, which, first of all, brings my net spending up to 58 points out of 115, but also gives me an amazing Terra captain with Terra Grass, Fire, and Fairy. I'm gonna run it. Named after Steve SBU from the MMC, great buddy of mine. Seed Sower and Harvest as its abilities. Seed Sower setting grassy terrain after it gets hit, and Harvest can recycle berries, which is pretty nice. Main thing to draft this thing is that amazing 109 special defense and 125 physical special attack. Arboliva is known for just being able to deal with a lot of threats. With normal and grass, it is able to hit a lot of types already, besides fire, but it does have the earth power for the fire types. With Terra Fire, I do resist the fire step getting into me, the ice step into me, the bug step into me. Yeah, the poison and the flying I can't resist with this combination, but I guess that's whatever. And yeah, I'm really happy I can finally give Terra Arboliva another try, because last time I had it was not a Terra Captain, so let's hope it can give me a good showing this season. Next up was originally Drifblim, but because I got the Terra rules mixed up, I didn't really have any use for Drifblim. So I decided to drop it in Grace and pick up Flygon, aka Sorrow. And Flygon is also an amazing pick for just 10 points. It gives me a lot of versatility. It has a ground immunity, which is already great because I don't want to let Arboliva be my only ground resist. It gives me another Stealth Rocker, it gives me Defog. I believe this is the first Pokemon that has solid pivoting options with U-turn. But besides that, this is an amazing setup Pokemon with Dragon Dance. It can be a special Pokemon with base 80 special attack, running something like Agility Throat Spray with Bug Buzz and Hyper Voice or Boom Burst even. Not sure which of the two it gets. So yeah, Flygon, another great versatile Pokemon. Making this team already very hard to predict, because both with Aegislash, Mega Diancie and Flygon being able to be run mixed attack, good luck predicting. Electrode, aka Miklas, is my second Terra Captain. We had 11 Terra points to spend, 6 went to Arboliva, 5 to Miklas the Electrode, running Electric, Ice and Ground as a option. Electric, because we almost always have to run at least one stab option, because this Pokemon only has one stab. Electric. Ice to hit those pesky ground types, and ground to hit those pesky electric types, basically. Yeah, Electrode gives me more pivoting options with base 150 speed, so I always switch out first. Besides that, this thing can really punch hole through opponents' teams with, even though it's just 80 base special attack. Electric, Ice, and Ground is amazing coverage to run, and will give my opponents headaches for days to endure and prep for. So this can also be a screen set with Light Clay and Reflect and Light Screen. It is a little bit less versatile than his Hisuian counterpart, but his Hisuian counterpart couldn't get the Terra option, so I think the regular Electrode will be and was my better choice here. So Vaporeon, aka Daniel K, will be a great way of keeping my team healthy. Daniel wanted to be named after Vaporeon because Vaporeon was one of, if not the most bulkiest thing on the team, aka, and also a wet and wild Pokemon, so what's not to love, according to him? Well, he's not wrong, there's a lot of love. This thing is a great Whispaster with 130 base HP, can keep the rest of the team very healthy, but it can still deal big damage from the 110 special attack, and with base 95 special defense and 60 defense, it can still be relatively bulky, combining that 130 HP stat. Water Absorb gives me a water immunity if I need it, and yeah, basically just be that annoying Pokemon to basically be hard to get rid of, just like Arboliva and Aegislash mainly. Quavel is my second water type, which I drafted immediately after Vaporeon because I need a Rapid Spin, which Ducky will most definitely give me, but Quavel is much more than just a Rapid Spinner. With Aqua Step and Moxie, this thing can quickly run out of control with its water and fighting steps. It has great coverage with also flying type moves. I believe it gets ice type moves. So yeah, this thing is very hard to get rid of once it gets going, and I'm very happy to have such a versatile spinner. Combining that with Defor from Flygon, yeah, I don't think hazards will be up on my side all that long, honestly. Rotom Heat is my second to last Pokemon, or yeah, next to last Pokemon at least, aka Legion. I wanted more ground immunity or coverage because I have 3 weaknesses, and with Arboliva, Flygon, this is my third resist or immunity to it, which is great. It gives me a relatively fast speed option with base 86, but also this thing is another Pokemon that can be both offensive, it can be defensive, it can be a screen set, it can be a Willow set, it can be whatever I want it to be. That's mainly the team to this team. There is so much versatility in this team. Yeah, Rotom just adds to that. Left me with 2 points, and I do not have a Z Captain yet, so let's meet our Z Captain, Colin the Morgrim. The final Pokemon naming is named after my little brother. I always say Grimmsnarl is Big Me, so my little brother being a Morgrim is very fitting to me. Prankster and Pickpocket are great abilities for draft in general because Prankster only being blocked by dark types really forces prep on your opponent. Again, very versatile. It can be a support set with Thunderwave, it can be a Prankster set to disturb opponents, it can be a screen set, it can be a focus sash with pickpocket sets to disrupt. So yeah, Morgrim will definitely see play, especially as a Z captain this season. So that leaves me with these stats for my team. I do have I have some speed gaps, but nothing all that bad, I believe. Between Electrode and Qianpao, there is enough. There's 15 base points, which is not all that bad. Between Qianpao and Mega Nancy is the biggest gap of 25, which I don't really particularly like, but I think it's workable. And between Flygon and Rotom is 14 points, which is perfectly balanced, just like the Quaquaval Morgrim gap. Looking at my weaknesses, I only have a minor fighting weakness. Arbolova having a fighting weakness is pretty fake because I always star out of it. So yeah, that's not really a problem. And I do have a decent fairy weakness, but Rotom and Aegislash are both great defensive options for that. So not really worried about it. So these are the 6. These are the 10 Pokemon that are gonna have to do it for Plan Mommy. Get off my head. Oh well. So yeah, this are the 10 Pokemon that I am going to bring this season. Next week we play against Ducky for our week 1 game, so we've got our work cut out for us already. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good one, and I hope to see you all next week. Bye!